Okay, we're going to start off by learning about the law of sines. And the law of sines says that if A and B are lengths of two sides of a triangle, and capital A and capital B are the angles opposite of those sides, then little a over sine of angle A equals little b over sine of angle B equals little c over sine of angle C. Sine of C. And so we'll only use two of these at a time, but we can set up these proportions and then solve. And we'll use this with angle, side, angle, 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 side, or side, angle, side. Okay, so let's do an example. So this says, given a triangle with A equals 85 degrees, B equals 41.3 degrees, and little a being 57.5 centimeters, solve the triangle. So first thing I always want you to do is draw a triangle. And label side A, or angle A, side A would be opposite it. Angle B, little b would be opposite. Angle C, little c would be opposite. Okay, and label what you know. So we know that angle A is 85 degrees. We know that B is 41.3 degrees. And we know that little a is 57.5 centimeters. Okay, so we need to find angle C, and then side B and side C. Now, angle C is really easy to find. Any triangle that angles add up to 180, so we can hit 180 and subtract our other two angles, 85 and 41.3. Okay, and so our last angle is 53.7 degrees. Okay, now we're going to use the law of sines. And for law of sines, you always have to have an opposite pair. So we're going to set up that, so we're going to use A over sine of A equals, we'll find B over sine of angle B. So we can set this up and we can say, okay, 57.5 over sine of 85 degrees equals B over sine of angle B is 41.3. Now, to solve for B, we just need to multiply both sides by sine of 41.3 degrees. So in our calculator, to find B, we can put, make sure you are in degrees. Okay, so we're in degrees. We're going to go back to the home screen. So we can put sine of 41.3 times the 57.5 divided by sine of 85 degrees. Okay, and we can round to one decimal place, so we see B is 38.1 centimeters. Now, one thing you have to remember here is that since this is a not a right triangle, we cannot use the Pythagorean theorem. So we're now going to set up a very similar equation with C. And I'm actually, to give myself some more room, we're going to zoom in here. Okay, but instead of using B, we'll use C. So A was 57.5, so we have 57.5 over sine of 85, just like we had before, equals C over, now angle C is 53.7, so over sine of 53.7. So I'm going to multiply both sides by sine of 53.7. Okay, because on this side they cancel out. So we'll get C equals sine of 53.7 times 57.5 over sine of 85. And we can put that in our calculator. Okay, and we see that C then is 46.5 centimeters. Okay, so by using the first thing we did, since we had two angles, we used the fact that the angles add up to 180 to find the third. And then since we had an opposite pair, we were able to use the law of sines to find the other two sides.